All right, I want to start by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Merkah HaKwadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles and wise men and teachers, to the prophets of Great Millstone, the prophets of the Lord that taught me this truth, that brought me back into remembrance. All right, and salutation to the elect out there. All right, I'm going to do a quick lesson going into that snowstorm that happened in Colorado. Before I play the video to show you what happened, I'm going to start in the book of Job to show you that the Lord controls all things, even that snowstorm that happened. All right, this is the book of Job 38. Now, this is the Lord speaking to Job, and asking him, who have done this and who has thou done this and has thou done that, admonishing Job, telling him that you don't have, implying that you have not done what I have done, because I'm the mighty power. You see, the Most High right here says his mighty power. All right, let's go get verse 38. All right, it says, verse 38, Job 38, verse 29, Salakia. It says, out of whose, all right, let's start at 28. It says, have the rain a father, or who have begotten the drops of dew? Now, this is the Most High asking Job, who has done this and who has done that? But the Lord he knows that he has done it, but he's questioning Job, because Job, he's, he has, he was trying to, imply that he knew he had, the wisdom of the Most High, like he knew where all those things are, how the power of the Most High operates in the earth. As far as, the Lord controlling everything, but the Lord admonished him. And the Lord said, what? Verse 29, out of whose womb came forth the ice and the hoary frost of heaven, who have gendered it, you see? And obviously the Lord had done that. Verse 30, it said, the waters are hid as with a stone, and the face of the deep is frozen, you see? And I'm going to show you this in the video. Let's play this video. Boy, I want to get up now. How you want to get up? Oh, it's freaking dead. All right, let's see. Snowstorm. What? Kick his ass out. All right. Play the video.
Start earning with Microsoft Rewards
All right,
today.
All right, here we go.
Congratulations. You have figured out the best way to see what the roads look like tonight, and that is by sitting safely inside and watching 9 News.
As a matter of fact, let's play this video. I don't like that one. It doesn't give a good description. But let's play this one. Then I'll get another scripture. Look at all that snow. That's the power of the Lord, you see. That's the power of the Lord. Look at all that snow. All right. Let's get another scripture. All right. All right, let's get this scripture right here. And that was the Lord in verse Job 38. That's the Lord, admonishing Job, reminding him that that I have the power to do all this. The Lord was telling them, "Has thou done this? Has thou done that? Who have done this? Who have done that?" Well, Joe, the Lord has. All right, this is Psalms 147 and 17. It says, "He casts forth his ice like morsels. Who can stand before his cold?" And as you can see, not many can stand before the Lord's cold. All right, let's get this video. Then I end the lesson. All right, let's wait till this ad
See how
plays.
Dutch workers remove
Wait till this ad plays.
body. Sprinkle
All
it
right, here we go.
Continue on with our weather coverage here. I want to bring into the conversation from the National Weather Service, Scott Overpeck. He's here to talk to us just about the snowstorm that's happening in New Mexico. The governor has now declared a state of emergency. Scott, thank you so much for being with us here on Live Now.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And so when we're talking about some of these snowstorms, can you kind of explain what's happening on the ground there in New Mexico for folks who are in other parts of the country?
Well, we had a storm system that formed over Arizona and has moved over the state the last couple of days and is currently on its way out. The problem is that we had a lot of moisture with this system, and it produced a lot of snow, especially up in the Santa Cristo Mountains, and even pretty widespread across much of the state. And this has really caused a lot of travel problems on the main roads like Interstate 40 and Interstate 25 up from Santa Fe through up to Raton Pass. So very dangerous conditions that developed, and currently that system is on its way out and hopefully allowing for people to recover from this.
Absolutely, and we're taking a look at some of the video footage that we have from the city of Santa Fe. Again, completely snow covered at this point. Let's also take a live look at what things are looking like in New Mexico on the ground right now. It's, like you said, on the way out. The skies look clear at this point from this vantage point, but these storms are just so powerful when they come through. Is this typical of something that you see at this point in early November?
I think that's part of the problem, is that in early November, we don't see this very often. Now, back in 2020, in October 26th to the 28th, we did have a powerful winter storm come through New Mexico, so it's not unusual. But just a week or so ago this year, October 28th, we had a record high here in Albuquerque at 84 degrees, and now we're having snow and the winter storm. So that really catches people off guard, and they're not really prepared for what's about to happen as much as we try to get the word out about what is going to happen with this storm system. It just makes for a mess, and you can't really anticipate what the travel problems are going to be, or power outages and those kinds of things. So it really helps to have a plan and be prepared for these types of things.
And we're taking a look at some video also there showing that the freeways were shut down in certain areas as the snow was coming through. So when, again, it comes to these travel concerns on the backside, I'm sure this just disrupts things for folks who are trying to get home or get through the state as well. Can you sort of speak to how typically this is handled there in New Mexico, a state, again, that sees snow, but genuinely, like you said, generally, like you said, not this early on?
Well, we work with our Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management here of the state and our local officials, as well as the Department of Transportation and State Police. So they're all well informed of what's about to happen. And a lot of those Department of Transportation crews get out as early as they can to try and prep the roads and take care of things the best they can. The State Police is keeping track of things, and we work with them to give them updates so they know what areas that are going to be problems and end up closing roads. So there were several times where Interstate 40 was closed, Interstate 25 was closed at time, even US 64 between Raton Pass and the town of Clayton. These are areas that got close to 2 feet of snow, and that's really just going to be a mess. And so we work with our partners the best we can to get that message out, and then work with our media like yourself to help people understand what's going to happen with this storm system.
And the good news is that as of last night, that number without power was down to 19,000 from 50,000 earlier in the day. So it does look like the state is slowly starting to recover from some of the issues that are happening. Are there any other areas of concern other than the power outages, Scott, that you'd like to point out, or are things just sort of going to be a track to returning to some sense of normalcy in the days to come?
I think it's going to be slow. Certainly, that I-25 corridor from Las Vegas, New Mexico, up to Raton Pass is going to be really slow to recover. And then even along I-40, there are areas where there are a lot of snow, and that area is going to take some time.
Yep, and that's the power of the Lord. That's his mighty power. You see, the Lord causes the ice to be upon the earth, the hoary frost from heaven, like the scriptures say. And that's the power of the Lord. All right. And the lesson here, all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua B'Hashem Reka HaKodash. Shalom.